giving you the news. Cardington, PNN. Sports in the calendar too. Cardington, PNN. We have the best crew. Cardington, PNN. You can now enjoy the news. Cardington, PNN.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Cardington Superfight post-tournament show. I'm your host AJ Hall, and this is my co-host
Aiden Reitmeyer.
It was a grand tournament that gave us a Cinderella run and some crippling defeats. It ultimately spit out the winner of Miss Fitzpatrick Kirk.
Let's get into an interview with her.
We are here with the winner of Superfight, Emily. Now, Emily, you made a Cinderella run. Nobody thinking you could have made it this far. How do you feel about beating up on all your teacher friends?
Well, I mean, you gotta root for the underdog, right? So I feel like that's exactly what it was.
100%. I mean, obviously, throughout this run, a bunch of things would have to gone right for you. So what went right during the Wilderness Survival Challenge against Mr. Brem?
Well, obviously, I could just outrun him.
Oh, that's what it was. Now, and then you had to go against Miss Ebert to eat a bunch of grasshoppers and other insects. How did you train for that going into that?
Well, I mean, I just tried to keep an open mind and just hold my nose and swallow it down.
And then after eating all those insects, you had to teach with a cupcake in your mouth. How did you go through that competition?
Well, if you haven't noticed, I have a really big mouth, so it came pretty naturally for me.
Now, the next one was signing your name only using your feet. Is there something there, like you have very good dexterity in your feet, or?
I think it's from years of practice and just not wearing shoes all the time, yeah.
That makes sense.
I am like a country person at heart.
Now, the last one was, to win it all, you had to catch and cook the best wild animal. Just to ask you, what animal did you catch and cook?
Well, I had to go with something small, so it was like a field mouse. But really, I just sabotaged Mr. Hobbs, so that's how I won. He didn't have an option, so he didn't catch anything. So I just kind of won by default.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, and congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, everybody knows that brackets, they spit out a winner, but what they do spit out is an awful lot of losers. So let's head out to some interviews with them.
All right, so let's talk hypothetically here. I need one hand to tell you how many parking tickets I've had in my life. So I figured I probably had that one good as gold, except I went against somebody that also only needed one hand, no hands to count their parking tickets. So in the grand scheme of things, I lost to Miss Goody Two Shoes, but did anybody see that playing any differently? Next time.
So, Brem, you had Miss Wells winning it all, and she lost in going the longest without using the restroom. Why do you think that was, Brem?
I think it was because I've talked to Hobbs before, and he practiced a lot of days and nights going without using the restroom. He actually went a whole week without peeing until he let loose. So I knew he had it in him after I filled in my bracket. It was a little too late for me, but it was a good fight from Miss Wells.
All right, thank you, Brem. Miss Palmer, so obviously you lost to Miss Wells in the winning an argument about the dumbest topic. Why do you think that was?
Well, I mean, we all know Miss Wells, and I mean, she's lived a long life, well, at least longer than me, and so she has a lot more experience just dealing with this kind of chaos, and especially having kids of her own. I'm sure she has dealt with a lot of dumb arguments with her own kids, and I'm sure some of us already know her kids, and so we all understand, and she's just got that brain power. It sucks that I lost to Miss Wells about this, but you know what? It is what it is, and I'm glad I had a good competitor.
Thank you. All right, Marty, you had Miss Klinger winning your whole bracket, but she lost to Mr. Tomasetti being the fastest typer. Why do you think that was?
Well, I mean, she has a lot of technical errors, and I have to help her all the time with technology, so there's that.
Thank you, Marnie.
You're welcome.
So, Mr. Guessman, obviously you lost to Mr. Staley in Pictionary drawing. We were just here to ask you why you think that was.
Well, sometimes you have to be humble in defeat, and fortunately, you students finally chose right one time in your life.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
That works.
Wow, what a tournament. I'm sad my bracket didn't come out to what I wanted it to be, but it's just how the ball rolls.
My bracket also wasn't the winner, but that's just how it plays out. But we'll see you guys next year on Cardington Superfight.
Has there been any standout moments from the season so far?
Yeah, we won a game Tuesday at Utica, 15-12. Just kind of a good effort by our kids. That was a big game for us, and whether it be when it comes to district draw time and tournament time, that's a big one.
I think the biggest standout moment so far has been being able to compete with the higher league teams. I know we've struggled some with Danville and Fredericktown, but I think we played really well with them. We beat a couple D1 teams. They were close games, but I think we played really well.
Yeah, so we've had a couple guys that have PR'd already this year. Blake, 105 today actually here at Buckeye Central. Aiden went 202 Northern in the 800, which is really good. Kalen's ran a 11.3 in the 100 at Fredericktown.
Any specific player you have high hopes for or has been doing great so far?
Everybody's been doing a really nice job, truthfully. Wade on the mound has done a great job for us this year. AJ Hall's done a great job on the mound. Merrick McClure's gave us great innings. Denton Garrison's hitting it really well right now. He's leading our team in average and on base percentage. So getting a lot of good contributions from a little bit of everybody.
All of our players so far have been doing really well. Genevieve Longsdorf is our pitcher. She has pitched really, really well. She's pitched almost every single game for us. Our freshmen, Alexis Longsdorf and Celia Hall, have also had some really big at-bats and have played really well for us in the field.
So the expectations, and it's not just this season, it's almost every season. I just want the kids to come out and work hard, practice and in the meets. Good starting point at the beginning of the year, usually in the beginning of middle of March, and then by the time we get to this time of the year, I want to see everybody improving, and that's really what I want to see throughout the whole season.
What are your goals for the rest of the season?
Rest of the season to get above 500. We talk about that as a team about every day, and then try to make something happen in the tournament time.
The goals are, the league is kind of out of our question right now, since we do have 2 league losses, but hopefully win districts, move on to regionals, and just make a big run in the tournament.
Yeah, so Aiden has been running really well in the 800, and he's kind of working off of some pretty highs last year, going 2 flat in the 800, and he's getting right there again this year. Kalen in the 100, I think he's got a pretty good chance of going pretty far. I think we have a chance with the girls too, with Maggie in the 800. She was an indoor state qualifier, so I think we have a pretty good chance with some of those guys and girls.
Why did you become a coach?
I think because of those who coached me. I felt when I was a young kid playing Little League Baseball, I had an awesome coach who inspired me to do that, and then I fell in love with the game of baseball and thought that this was the path I wanted to take.
Why did you become a coach?
I love the game of softball. I played college for a couple years, and then just being around the team last year, seeing how Todd Bringer kind of ran things, I knew I wanted to become a coach. I didn't think it was going to be this fast as a head coach, but I love being around the girls. I love being around the sport. Cardington is such a great school to be a coach at, so I just knew that I really wanted to be here.
So I actually ran at Cardington when I was all 4 years of high school and 2 years of middle school, and I got offered a position to coach in middle school in 2019, and it was an opportunity that I wanted to take, and I've kind of rolled with it ever since. I really enjoy track and field, and I want to keep making the sport better for Cardington.
All right, thank you.
Yep, thank you.